just learned how to tie rope for the first time in 33 years.
So we're at March, and March is not very happy today. What's going on, March?
I'm always happy.
You're always happy.
Yep, it's one of those days where the stuff hits the fan.
Ah, what kind of stuff?
The fun stuff.
Fun stuff.
So show them that tank over there.
Yeah, let's
how
take
come
a
the
look
lights
at
are
it.
not on?
Am I gonna do the March style of just zooming in and out, all of that good stuff?
The more you move, the better.
Yeah, what happened here?
I walk in, open the shop. There's no lights over the frag tanks. These I got running again.
Yes, which is
There's
pretty awesome.
No lights over our inverts and fish.
Okay.
And there's no flow.
Oof.
No flow in any of the tanks. So I open up our Neptune Apex. Usually I'm singing their praises.
Yes.
Because it's a great product.
It is.
The problem is we are so invested in the ecosystem.
Yeah.
The whole store is dependent on that working. And this morning, for whatever reason, it decided to take a break and not work, and so no flow because all of our pumps are hooked up. No light. So today, and no dosing. All my dosers are gone.
Now, what happens when you go to the
Everything's missing.
app and everything else?
Gone.
Oh God.
So I'm slowly going through the process. It's not fun, but every
that
pump
is the worst.
Yeah, I got to find out which pump is which because there's 20 of them.
Yeah.
And then reprogram them one by one. So like it's awesome when we have these technologies that make it smart and great and connected and Wi-Fi until it's not. Until it doesn't work. So I think what I'm going to do today after I go to a service call because I have a customer's tank with issues. Hi, Dougie.
Cool. Hey,
it's
buddy.
one of those days. This, I'm going to take off some Neptune stuff. I think I'm going to go backwards in time. I'm going to go to a simpler time with a power bar and a timer.
Well, technically, I guess you don't really need anything other than that, right?
I see a lot of tanks that have no controller, no EB8s,
Yes.
no Trident, no fanciness, and they work.
Yep.
So what happens if something like this happens and I'm away, I'm in Korea or I'm in South Africa or whatever? The staff's not going to be able.
Where are you going next?
Germany.
Germany.
First the UK and then Germany.
Okay, what's happening in UK and what's happening in Germany?
Germany, I'm going to go visit some German companies to see how we can do more business with Reef Casa, like private labeling, making maybe. Hey, Dougie.
No worries. Don't worry.
More business development. So I'm going to go to Interzoo.
Yeah.
And then see what kind of. It's always good to go to these things, just meet like-minded people in the industry and see what we can do.
Okay, tell me the story behind the light on this tank. Like, I really like what it looks like.
I got bored and.
Is it something that you just put together like in a few seconds and now it's a new thing, or?
Like the light is just. Well, if this works, it was just something I grabbed off Amazon and we did like a one-off glass door.
This is.
It's cooler if it actually works.
As the youngsters say, it's dope.
This is dope.
Yes.
Ta-da.
Ooh, I didn't see that part. Like, this is like a nice little shelf.
Yeah, so this is a new product that's coming. It's going to be like a power bar, but with designated buttons, so you can turn off stuff and just keep it organized. Because
I like it.
I'm very against wires.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? The most impressive product by Reef Casa, I think, end of last year, was the towel that you had, which was like a cutout all around.
I can run and grab them. We have them. They're finally here.
I want to see it.
Yeah, they're
here. Let's
pause.
I'll keep rolling because I actually want to talk a little bit about.
You keep talking. I'll get the towel.
Some of the other stuff that I see over here. While March is grabbing the towel, I just want to talk about a few tanks that he's got going in here. This is probably one of my favorite tanks, just because it's a Peninsula style. I love Peninsula. You've got only two Hydra 32 HDs, and it's pretty awesome. You've got a selection of both Acropora, Softies, Gonies, everything. And whenever I see a ton of Chromies, this is pretty awesome. Okay, here is March with the towel. Now, how do you come up with that? Yeah, this is... How do you come up with that?
By having one of these at home. Sorry, little man.
Very nice.
I'm just going to get in your way.
Sorry.
Sorry.
A little bit
you like the lights, huh? Okay.
Oh, cool.
So ruining my floors at home was...
Sweet.
Yeah, this is what happens when you actually have the product in your own living room.
So this is for the water change, correct?
Yeah, we call it the floor saver, just because
Floor saver.
If you're in it, there's no way you're not going to get water on the floor. It's going to happen. So we made it exactly to fit this stand.
Okay. Yes.
And then we're going to make another one for our larger stand.
Bigger ones, eh?
Yeah, bigger ones.
I really like it. Who's this guy? This is the toxic cucumber of some sort?
That's what they say, but he's in a 6-gallon tank. We do
Yeah.
literally nothing. I give him like a drop of Fido once a
love
week.
it.
Yeah, let me take this off.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can see it from
yeah,
the
for
top
sure,
there.
so-
He gets a lot of attention.
I also like.
I don't know where he got that reputation that it's toxic.
I can tell you where. It would come from CU Marine, because 15 years ago, when you would go
That's what he would
and
say.
when you would see it, everybody would say in that store that any one of those guys, when it dies, it will kill your tank.
Maybe. So
But
maybe it's just a ticking time bomb.
Maybe. Well, he's beautiful.
It's worth it. It's a nice ticking time bomb.
Oh wow! And does it do any cleaning or?
He sends out tentacles, so it's a lot nicer when it's actually open.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay.
But this we do almost nothing. We're not even water changing. I'm starting a new video series to
Yes.
see how far can we go without a water change. So it started yesterday, and my goal is 6 months, and just to let the macroalgae really flourish. And I want to keep our hands out of here. So the only thing we're allowed to do is change the carbon and the
Yes.
floss, and then that's it. I want to see how do the corals look before. If we run into issues, we'll see.
Oh, it
kinda
looks
like,
pristine.
like an experiment. Yeah. Well, we just did our water change
Yes.
yesterday. We just cleaned it, and then we
Yes.
said, okay, that's March 11th. Was it yesterday? March 11th.
Yes.
So that's the day we're going to start counting from, and then in
So-
6 months, hopefully, we'll do an update.
Question for you regarding the sand bed. I'm thinking of adding a sleeper goby, the striped ones.
To ruin your sand.
To keep the sand always clean.
I
like
personally,
so.
I hate fish that do
Stir it up.
Yeah, like I understand how useful they are, but
Yeah.
I find they'll take the sand and they don't drop it back in the same spot. They're going to pick it up and drop it all over
So in
Everything
other
else.
places, on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
coral and whatnot.
everywhere you don't want it.
Okay, well you heard it here. So if next week I'm gonna have some sleeper gobies, if I'm gonna be regretting, you have it on record, Marsh telling me not to do it.
I said no.
Yes. Having said that, I just want to commend you on the aquascape here. Like this is
How about this?
Instagram worthy.
How do we feel about white?
I like white.
We're doing a whole new
Yeah.
white series. So white
Yeah.
lid, white filtration,
Ah.
white light, white
You
back
will need
filter,
white hood
white
for the light.
white
Nice.
everything, white hood. I know a
Yeah.
guy actually he makes them. White.
Done.
Let me show you these. We have these that came from Texas from VCA. He prototyped some white ones for us.
Oh wow.
White random flow generator.
Oh
So
cool, yeah.
all the
VCA
plumbing.
is awesome. So.
And I'm just trying to figure out what we're going to call it. So maybe if people want to comment below, we're going to have a black version and a white version. I don't want to call it black and white or salt and pepper. I want something cool.
Obsidian and
Yeah,
ivory.
okay.
or-
See that? I like where your mind's at.
Yes,
Yeah, I was
yes.
stuck on shadow and
Yes.
ghost, but I'm not set. So if anyone has some cool suggestions,
Yes.
maybe we can give away.
I know even where the idea came from. It came from your beard because you have black and you have the white.
speckles.
So this is I think inspired somehow.
This
But
is-
we already used up the salt and pepper, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
spoken by a guy who's got all gray hair.
We're
so-
matching.
yeah. No, I just want to say this is Instagram worthy. Like really, that aquascape, like all that red color with the fire breath and everything
I'm trying
else
to like
is
make
phenomenal.
this. I don't think the macros get enough love in the
No.
hobby. And when I see freshwater tanks or go into a freshwater store,
Oh, yeah.
aesthetically they're so
Yes.
so nice. I'm not into it. It doesn't get me excited. So I'm trying to like, it's not. I know it's not freshwater, but sort of take that aspect and kind of blend the two worlds together, and maybe entice some freshwater people to get into this because I know they like the plants.
They certainly do, and also I like the fact that you keep changing it up. I think last time when I was here, you had a mantis shrimp or
He's in
whoever
there.
living. Still has
He's
it?
underneath that rock under
Ah,
this.
oh,
somewhere.
yeah, I see
He's
him.
chilling.
I'm seeing. Let's see if I can pick him up.
He's like
on
a
the
monster
thing, so-
in the jungle. Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah, right here. I think we can see the
Comes
eye.
out every day at
Yeah,
6.
we can see. Really?
Yeah, I think he's got an internal clock,
Very nice.
so he'll come make an appearance.
So, Marsh, I think for today, if you can just say a few words about the other 2 or 3 display tanks, I think this would make for a fun video for the viewers.
What
so.
can I tell you? This acan was getting smothered by some sponge. I
Ooh.
just decided to take. You see that purple sponge underneath the orange acan?
Yes.
Kind of like stretching.
Yes. It looks like almost like a stem of a
Yeah.
mushroom. Or
So I
something.
really like it, but
Yeah.
it was taking over basically, and it had to go.
So
This
what's
I just added this. I want to do like a little island dedicated to flower
bunnies?
pots. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They happen to do well. That spot is sort of the sweet spot for them. So people always, not people always, but I think a lot of hobbyists have trouble with that
Yeah.
coral. I don't know why it gets a bad reputation, but that's my sweet spot right there.
I think it just depends also who you got it from, and sometimes like you get sickly species.
Yeah.
Those will not do no matter what you do.
I think,
so.
why is this off? Uh-oh. More pumps to fix today?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, never ends. Well, that's one of the pleasures of being a business owner. You think, like on a regular reef tank, you have maybe 2 pumps, 3 pumps?
Yep.
I think we have 50, 60. So,
Oh, wow.
red flashing. And I just
unplug and plug in?
Yeah.
Maybe?
maybe.
So let's see if that's going to fix it.
This is, let's see, AI. Is it that simple?
Look at that. So
Maybe.
this is...
Is it coming on? Could be time
maybe.
for cleaning. Sometimes I find if I put them in like muriatic acid for a day,
Yes.
get them nice and clean, that's all it takes. Is it just too dirty?
I don't think it
I
has...
don't think so
Come on. I love these things, by the way. So I got it from you last time.
Oh, yeah, they're great.
Love it. It doesn't close... So it fits all the modern phones, right?
Ta-da!
So.
It's on.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Actually, this is what I mean by muriatic, if you want to see. So, I have these here. Oh, Kavina, don't touch this. It's acid.
Ooh.
So
And,
instead of taking the pump out, because the way I wire them, they're like, you can kind of see the wires.
Yes.
It's kind of smart. It's kind of dumb. It's like built in behind this silicone.
Ooh.
So,
Oh, my.
So it's, if I got to get it out, it's going to be a pain.
Yes. But it's worth it because it's clean looks
It looks
and everything
clean,
else.
yeah. So instead of bringing this to the acid
Very nice.
downstairs, I bring the acid to it.
Sweet.
Yeah, and then it's just going to melt off like this core line.
Yes.
Just comes off with a light touch.
So, and it only takes like 20 minutes and you're done, right?
I leave it for a night.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but if it's strong enough, yeah, maybe 20 minutes.
I find it loses its potency after a little bit of time
maybe,
as well. So, yeah.
maybe, I don't know. Usually it's only going to be here for a couple days and then I'm going to toss it out.
Okay, I want to talk about one of my favorite tanks here. This used to be kind of an LPS softy tank,
I get
wasn't
bored.
it? You get bored.
Get bored.
So, this is like is it Duncan? Like with the longest tentacles I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, because I'm feeding them.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think it was just a regular one, but it just happens to be long because...
I find everything you feed gets longer, fatter, healthier, just like people. The more you feed them.
what do you feed the Duncan? How does that work?
I'm using our homemade sauce.
Do tell.
This one right here. I'm almost... You got... Oh yeah, try it.
Nice.
You don't go back after you
I
try
saw those little containers. I
This
wanted
is
to
it.
ask you what it is. So,
it.
okay.
We call it coral curry. It was actually named by Ray. We sat around and we had lunch.
Really?
And we were
Okay,
having
so how
like
does that work? So you just... And you make it yourself?
Yeah, we make it here, yeah. This is... I like to use it as a slurry, so I mix it with some salt water.
Okay.
I grab a small version of one of these.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's designed to sink. So if you want to feed, like, really what I made it for is zoas.
Yes.
Because that's what I want to grow. That's my passion.
Okay.
But I found that a lot of foods on the market, it's very light. So as soon as you mix it with water, there's no spot feeding. It's gone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm going to do some time-lapse videos this weekend to show how, like, the zoa mouth really opens and wraps around. It's not just getting irritated by a lot of the foods. I find that they just kind of like, they show little interest and they close.
Yes.
This, you literally see the inside, the stomach of the zoa
Really?
eat it, yeah.
Would you expect anything with these guys as well?
I haven't found a coral
so-
that doesn't eat it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's part of the video I'm going to do is I'm going to feed like 50 different corals in the store and see if anything doesn't accept it or throws it up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I just want to commend you again on the colors. I'm seeing it in person. I think the camera is really picking it up.
Your
but
camera's better than mine, man. That looks really good.
Well,
this is even without editing, huh?
Yeah. There's no editing.
I think I might need a Sony.
You already have one, but you should.
Not like this.
Yes.
So this is
Okay,
this is nice.
I'm gonna be your guy. I'll tell you exactly what you want to get.
Might be time.
So yes, the teal bird's nest. This is like the greenest emerald color I think I've ever seen. This is a picture perfect frog spawn.
Trying to put like
not bleached.
classic
nothing.
corals, you know?
Yeah.
Nostalgic corals.
This is phenomenal, and the Gwarg is doing great as well.
And there's nothing really in here that I would consider hard to keep, you know? I'm trying to showcase easy stuff. I love that fish.
This guy looks obnoxious.
Yeah.
Just kind of snooty.
That's his spot.
Yeah. this is hilarious.
Apparently he gets bitten by, there's a Midas plenty in here. The staff say, this
Oh, wow.
guy, they say he's from hell, but I don't know. I haven't seen him show any aggression.
They have those crazy teeth, right? I mean, those fangs.
I guess.
Oh yeah, this is like I've read an article in Coral Magazine. The fangs that they have are, I think it's called a fangfish or something.
Oh, no way.
So yeah, look it up.
That's what I learned today. That's why I like this hobby, because you are always going to learn something. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
how long you do it,
Oh.
you're going to learn something new every time you get into it.
And where'd you get the yellow tank
Someone
from?
gave him to me.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
he was shutting down the tank. He was moving,
Yeah.
and he said, I know I can go on Facebook or Kijiji and post it and I'll get $300-400.
Yeah.
But I don't know what kind of home it's going to go to.
Yes.
If I give it to you and you promise don't sell it,
Yeah.
I know that you're going to take care of it. And I said, that's a good deal. Okay, man, I give you my word. I'm not going to sell the fish. So
Perfect.
it was a gift.
So we'll come back. We'll be checking it every quarter to see if the fish is still around. So
I'm not,
there you go.
if he's not here, it's because he died, not because I sold. If I give someone my word, that's it.
Perfect. No, I certainly agree. Now, overall, like, what's the theme for this tank? Like, what's the idea?
ADHD.
ADHD.
Yeah.
Nice. I think it's for every tank. So.
Yeah, I have a
Nice.
plan. I start with a plan,
Yeah.
and then I get distracted and I see a coral I like, and then I hope that they don't sting each other, like this blue and
Yes.
yellow hammer.
So, okay, I got another question. So I see this is probably goldenrod. This is not the
Yeah,
green goblin.
goldenrod.
Mine is also starting to lose color. I don't understand why. Like
You
I
have
mean,
them
just-
under AI blades because these are too strong.
No, I have them under blades plus the radians and whatnot. But depends on who you talk to. I mean, like I talked to Andre a while ago. He's like was cooking it at 300 plus par, and it was spectacular.
I think you can get it used to it, maybe.
I
But I have these growing in the basement next to Cyphastria
Yeah.
under 100 par, and they have that rich, deep yellow sort
I
of
see.
color.
So, but
I've never browned one out. Even in the lowest of light, I've
yes.
never seen one.
No, I've never seen one either.
Yeah. So maybe they need a lot less than we think.
Okay, but then I'm gonna throw one at you. Sometimes the coral is kind of whitish or bleached out because it's getting too much light, or sometimes because it's not getting enough. Because a lot of times when you find one under the frag rack or a rock, it's gonna be whitish. So how do you know which one?
It's like a light deprivation
Yeah.
instead of a bleaching. I don't know, but you know the difference, right?
You
So it's a trained eye. You just
Yes.
kind of, you can tell between,
nice.
maybe it's, I don't know, maybe when it's bleaching, it's more thorough. It's throughout the whole body. Sometimes if it's light deprivation, it's kind
It's
of,
only one part that was kind of blocked off, right? So
kind of, yeah.
yeah, I've seen that with anemones a few times. Okay, the final tank, which probably is again, I want to say, I call it a Disney tank.
I'm trying to not make videos and my whole episode like a sales channel for our brand.
Yes.
But I feel like it's naturally becoming that because you walk in,
Oh,
it's
look at-
us,
yes.
and then our nicest nano,
Yes.
us, and then that one, us.
Yes.
So I try not to focus too much on it. I don't, but this tank doesn't get any love on the channel for that reason, and it's so nice.
It is, well, first of all, just, this is pretty awesome. This is very
Oh,
modern.
We have this
You've
is
got-
this is my project right now.
What's happening here?
I'm gonna do some hanging shelves off
Yeah.
these. I just learned how to tie rope for the first time in 33 years. I didn't know how to tie any rope,
Okay.
so we're gonna do some new, kind of like more like display shelving. just
Yeah,
to
it's
show-
very yoga studio.
Yeah, I
like,
want
so,
it to
yeah.
look different than the rest of the shop.
Yeah, makes
and,
sense.
And then here a coffee bar.
Coffee bar.
Yeah, for
What kind of
customers.
coffee machine are you gonna
I
get?
have a proper Nespresso.
Okay.
Yeah,
this
so I'm
is-
not gonna
this
be
is
here
good.
like being a barista. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
you want a
so-
cappuccino? But it's gonna be good coffee
I
because
thought you were Italian. This is what you're supposed to do.
I'm
So.
a Fugazi. I'm a fake Italian. everywhere I went in Europe, as
Yeah.
soon as you walk in,
Yeah.
they don't know that I don't announce, hey, March from Fragbucks. I just walk in with the
Yeah.
camera like an asshole,
Yeah.
and they treat
That's
me
what
like,
I did right now.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Okay, can I make a video? So they before they even know that it's me, they're already. Hey, can I get you a coffee? And it's such a nice
this is
feeling.
awesome.
All throughout Japan, same
Yeah.
thing. All Korea, every store I went into,
Yes.
first thing is a coffee.
Wow.
I don't know
Well,
if it's like because you're gonna stay longer and it's warm, it makes you feel good, and the dopamine might make you spend. But it's a nice feeling to walk in and be offered.
maybe
one,
they
so.
just look at you and it's just kind of thinking, this guy needs a,
This guy's
a coffee.
Italian,
so,
of
okay,
course.
So yeah.
Yeah. So that's the idea.
Okay, so I love the shells. Lots
Hey.
of products. It's amazing that everything is on brand. So this is pretty awesome.
Come in.
But that tank, I call it the Disney tank just because of the colors. You've got that
like
deep
that.
purple. You got you got a clam. Where'd you get a clam from?
Clam came from Australia.
Oh,
Yeah, he's been in there for now 3 months.
it's and beyond gorgeous.
I keep putting him upright, and he
Yeah.
keeps putting himself sideways. So I said, "That's it. That's how you want to be." Then
He's showing off.
Yeah,
he
do
wants more of this, kind of show it off to the viewers.
I was inspired by Instagram guys keeping one in one of our 6 gallons.
Yes.
So I thought
cool.
if he can do it,
Do you know the username?
Ichi something. If you type in ICHI,
Yeah.
he's got 150,000 followers. So
Okay, so shout out to
Ichi, Ichistarium, I think his name.
Ichistarium.
He's in Japan.
Oh yeah, well, and you've been to Japan last year, right?
I just came back 3 weeks ago.
Oh my God!
This is
How's
so
the
good.
food this time around? Was
Better.
it insane?
It's always good.
Oh.
It's always amazing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I come back with 10 pounds every time. 10 pounds and ideas for the store.
It's a great trade-off. So I just want to say this is still probably one of my favorite aquariums, just because this is something that anybody can have in any office or dorm room or you name it. Like
Everybody walks in and wants to take this
Yes.
exact one. Like, how much for the whole tank?
Yeah.
That's a question we get all the time.
That is awesome. All right, I think on that we are going to finish this impromptu session. I did walk in. I feel like having a coffee. March, thanks a lot for...
This is good. Put me in a better mood because when you came in, I was pissed off.
There you go.
I needed to get the creative juices flowing. So
Now, if we run this video in reverse, you're going to go from happy to horrible. So